Welcome everyone to the Payday Podcast. This is your host Goose. Today I want to talk about Ferguson, racism, the media, and our civic responsibilities. Now, if you have a problem with Ferguson, well, first let me start off with my personal feelings. One, I think the fact that Mike Brown got shot is horrible. He was a young man. He had plans. Maybe he had some issues with substance abuse, like most of us do. And he kind of did rough up that clerk, but whatever. I don't really think that matters in the case of him dying. Who the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He hardly put his hands on him. You just rough him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's a grown man. What grown man hasn't been roughed up a little bit in their lifetime? Anyway, but yeah, I think it's horrible that he had to die the way he did, being gunned down, and then the police station, the police just allowing him to lay in the middle of the street and lay in the middle of the street dying for hours. That was horrible. But yeah, I don't want to downplay that at all. I would also like to say that yeah, fuck the police. That's my personal feelings on it. I don't like police officers, mostly because my exchanges with police officers over the years have not been the most fulfilling. Yeah, I would much rather be in the DMV for 5 hours than have a 5-minute conversation with the cop for the most part. At least in the DMV you can learn something. Typically, police officers only have high school diplomas and little options. So, yeah, so, that's my feelings on the police. But moving on, I think that Michael Brown was a poor excuse for police brutality. Here in New York, where I am, we had a older gentleman, Eric Garner, who was strangled on camera by the police in an illegal chokehold. Now, the future of that officer is unclear, but why is no one keeping track of him? Michael Brown is horrible. And I think the reason cases like Michael Brown's got more attention than cases like Eric Garner is not because of his age, not because he was so innocent, but because, like in many cases, the media has a stake in, one, they want you to read. People are not buying newspapers, so they want you to click those online links. They want you to go to their website. They want you to share their shit. So if they could paint a picture of some innocent kid who was just gunned the fuck down in the middle of the street by racist police, I mean, that's money for them. And also, if you think that rich people are evil, oligarchical bastards, I mean, getting X group to agree that getting X group to take the side of one party without much proof, because really we don't have much proof, and a jury who listened to all the different Michael Brown witnesses, etc., they didn't feel like it was enough proof, which doesn't really mean shit, because again, they don't know, we don't know, the media doesn't know. And in fact, the media has an incentive to lie. Ladies and gentlemen, they have an incentive to lie. Now, imagine if you can discredit a large body of people by feeding them lies and getting them amped up over lies. Now, I don't know if that's what the media was doing, because again, nobody knows what happened that day. Well, some people do, but like most people, you can't trust them. You can't trust anybody, right? Is that the saying? Don't trust anybody. DTA. You can't trust anyone, especially their words. Words are cheap. Actions are much stronger. So, why is everyone turning up over Ferguson and not Eric Garner? Ferguson, little facts. Eric Garner, video of police using illegal chokeholds and shit to murder someone. If you watch the video, I think you're much like me, and you watched a man die. You saw the life leave Eric Garner's body, and you saw a police officer standing around and do nothing. So, again, I want to ask, why are we upset about Mike Brown when there are way better examples of police brutality? And I'm not saying that there's not that Mike Brown isn't anything to get upset over. I understand that there were a few young men who were gunned down in that Missouri area in that moment in time, and Mike Brown was just kind of like the powder keg being lit. And without actually speaking to many St. Louis protesters who would have a better understanding of the point of view of protesters down there in St. Louis, I can't really say much. But that's just my main point. There are better examples, and I think the media is misleading us, and also I think that the leaders who are leading people to shut down highways and take naps in Walmart, I think they are also misleading people. Well, good intentioned people. They are misleading you and leading you to believe that these acts of resistance, burning down buildings, etc., is going to change something, which it will not. It will not change a thing, young black and brown people, and white people, because I see you. It won't change shit. Burn, baby, burn. Burn down Missouri. Burn that shit to the ground. Burn, light white children alive on fire. White people, all of them. Take every white Missourian, put those motherfuckers in a pile, or do them Maya style and have them march up a pyramid, chop their heads off and throw their bodies, or whatever the fuck those people down in the Mayans or Aztecs, whoever was mass slaughtering people for the gods. But in my opinion, in my amateur opinion, it will not change anything. And do you know why? Because part of the problem, P-A-R-T, one piece of many of the problem of police brutality, in my opinion, is the perception of blacks and Hispanics, black and brown people in America. Dig what I'm saying? The perception. Now, if 80% of the looters were white, that wouldn't change shit. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody would care. Because as far as everyone's concerned, the only people running in there and looting is poor black and brown people. That is not helping the perception of blacks, which is fucking important. It is important. How people perceive you is important. That's why you get a haircut. Look at the line. Peep the line. Look at the shape up. My shit's looking sharp right now. That's why you wear clean shirts. Peep that. That's why I got this bad boy on. High alert. You know what I'm saying? Perception matters. If people don't think excuse me, if people don't think that you are you're valuable, they're not going to listen to you. And I want to backpedal for a second. Malcolm X said in one speech about police brutality, he mentioned a march, I don't want to say it's the Million Man March, but I'm not sure, but it was a march in which was being organized by the people. There wasn't any big names at the time. He called them the Big Five, and this is the first time I heard of it. To be perfectly honest, and that's what I wish to be, I just want to be perfectly honest, it was the Big Five black leaders. Martin Luther King, blah, 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 blah. Whoever those people are. And essentially, some white people got them together and threw them a bone and intended to throw them over $1.5 million. You could find the video up somewhere, and at some point I'll repost it and be like, cheer. But in that video he talked about how those leaders in certain ways shift the focus from the people being upset to these leaders. You know, you take the power away from this power and perception. You have the masses organizing themselves, which people think is impossible or extremely difficult or extremely unlikely. Or you have, hey, you know, there are these big names, these celebrities. Let's let the celebrities do it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like you have these celebrities organizing, and hey, people like them, so they're gonna come. Instead of, you know what, we're sick of this shit. We about to march on Washington. We about to turn the fuck up. That's what we gonna do. You know? Move the mic up. Move the mic up. Move the mic up. I'ma move up. There's power and perception, and we have to be very, very careful about who our leaders are. And we have to say fuck the leadership and organize ourselves. Now, how do we do that? Social media. People fucking hate social media. They hate the fact that I mentioned social media. But social media is a brilliant fucking tool if you use it properly. Fuck Facebook. You see what they're doing now with their little privacy settings. They want to own everything you post up there and shit. Fuck them. F-U-C-K, fuck Facebook. They're shady as fuck, we know that. The CIA owns stake in them. Allegedly, I don't really know that for sure, but I mean, it's believable. They're evil, and yeah. But there's one important tool that is going viral on social media, and it's Cop Watch. We're organizing a Cop Watch here where I live in East New York in the wake, not just because, but in the wake of the police shooting of Akai Gurley, an unarmed black man who was shot in the dark by the police because they were scared. It's fucking disgusting. So we're organizing a cop watch, and that's one tool and one piece of the lack thereof cop watches and a strong presence of community patrols and community
the